Today I'll be talking about channelization and damming of streams. To start us off, there are two main types of streams, braided and meandering streams, seen here in the photos. Watch how the river moves in this experimental video as it plays an example of a. As you can see in that video and in this picture here, there's cutbank erosion that pushes out the river and point bar deposition that builds it. This type of erosion and deposition are important factors in river geology and ecology. Now we need to look at the effects of waterway engineering on these very processes. Today I'll be going into depth in channelization and damming. Concrete channelization is used all over the world, with one example being the LA River. The LA River was widened, paved, and deepened after a huge flood in 1938. Paving it worked like a charm, stopping flooding in LA, but came at a high cost. No plants, no wildlife, and none of the usual sediment and erosion of a normal river. This, coupled with pollution runoff and increased evaporation, destroyed the natural river ecosystem and geology completely. This extreme channelization is not even necessary, as waterway reengineering can be done in more sustainable ways. Take Singapore's Kelang River, for example, in these pictures. By planting native species of plants to prevent erosion and redesigning the riverbank, the normal erosion and deposition are allowed to occur, restoring the normal geology and letting ecosystems thrive. Now I'd like to transition to dams. Dams are most commonly placed for hydroelectric power generation or water storage, as a great renewable energy source. However, they do have a significant effect on geology. I staged a simple experiment to see how the flow of water affects sedimentation. As you can see in this first image, this picture was taken just after shaking the bay. The sediment water mixture is very cloudy with some heavy particles like sand or gravel sunk to the bottom already. In the second image, about 24 hours later, the water is pretty clear and you can observe the many layers of sediment. This is what happens above dams. The river, which is normally moving and mixing sediment, depositing it periodically in places downstream, is now slowed if not stopped, and the sediment settles out just like the second picture. By stopping sediment flow, downstream deposition and sediment and nutrient deposition is limited, changing both downstream and upstream geology. For example, the Mississippi River Delta is shrinking due to the damming of the Mississippi in many spots along its journey to the Gulf of Mexico. Overall, streams have very complex processes that unfortunately are being messed with a lot by current human development, specifically by extreme channelization or damming of rivers. This can mess up normal meandering stream erosion and deposition, changing the geology of the area forever and permanently altering the ecosystem. Although both of these engineering ways can be important for human life, especially with hydroelectric dams in terms of energy generation, it is still important to look at the negative effects of them on river geology and ecology in order to best mitigate the negative effects. Thanks for watching.